you are not born with your attachment style. So whatever kind of attachment, when it comes to love and connection with others and yourself, then remember, it's conditioned, was conditioned from your childhood. So that means you can change it. That's the beauty of it. Hello, it's Adriana. If you didn't see my video yesterday when I was speaking the importance of the attachment styles, the attachment theory, what is attachment style and why it's important for me to know what is attachment style, you might ask me, then check out my video from yesterday, and you will understand more about that. But today, like I said, I want to dive a little bit deeper into one of these attachment style, and I'm gonna take them each day one by one, so then I can have a little bit more time to dive in each one of them. When it comes to attachment style, like I said, we have 4 types. We have the secure one, we have the anxious, the avoiding, and then we have the disorganized or the fearful avoidant. But today I want to speak about one in particular, which is the one I find myself and I'm recovering, let's say, from it, which is the anxious preoccupied attachment style. It's a mouthful of it, so I'll say it again. It's anxious preoccupied attachment style. So this one is the one that I find myself into it, because even the word, when you listen the title of it, anxious, so you become very anxious when it comes to relationships, any kind of relationship, when it comes to love and connection. For me, as an example, my own upbringing, when I was a child, when I was a baby, my parents lived in a house with everybody else, my grandparents, my uncle, and so on. So there was a lot of people there, and sometimes they were able to come when I was crying, and sometimes they didn't. They were busy, or they have long hours at work, plus they were both of them in schools, doing upgrades in their schools and so on, qualifications. So sometimes they came, sometimes they didn't. So my brain, again, when you are a child, this usually the attachment style happen between 0 and 2 years. That's when they are formed. That's why they are conditioned and programmed into our brains, in the subconscious part of our brain. So when that happened, I learned, as you know, with emotionally, because I didn't have the brain to think that way, that my needs are met. Sometimes are met, sometimes are not met. So as an adult, I became very anxious because I never knew. Sometimes I got the love and sometimes I didn't. So when I got the love, what I do? I just hold on it, so I'm not gonna lose it. And as an adult, imagine how this is gonna show up. I put everybody before my own needs. I even cling into relationships, any kind of relationships, that even they become toxic to me or to the other person. And all these things, of course, guess what? They're not beneficial to any kind of relationship, and nothing is going to come out good of that. But I didn't know what I didn't know. So now, because I learned about this, because I identify my own attachment style and what I was and where is this come from, how was formed, why all of this is happening, why I react and act the way I do now in my relationship, everything started making sense. So now I understand that all my behaviorals, all this unconscious set of rules, the way I was acting and thinking, they weren't healthy, but it wasn't my fault. And now I start having a bit of grace for myself. And now I can make different decisions. So one of the important things is how to change your attachment style is to become aware of them, identify where you in what kind of type, and then also understand what are your needs. So you need to know yourself better, understand what needs I had, and once I did that, was so much easier that I can give those needs to myself, and I don't have to desperately looking for someone else to fulfill them. So I hope this helps. Again, if you're a little bit confused about what attachment styles are and why I'm talking about this, just watch the previous video and the videos from yesterday, and you will understand a little bit more. But when I'm talking about this, I'm sharing, and I'm very vulnerable about it. And I take fully responsibility as also, because it wasn't my fault. This is how I grow up with. That's how my brain and my subconscious patterns was conditioned, and that's okay. The beauty is that I can change it, so you too. So if you find yourself in this description, or maybe your partner or someone close in your life, you find them that they are like too clingy on you, remind yourself that maybe they fall into this category, the anxious preoccupied attachment style. And so now you can understand them, where they come from, and maybe have a little bit more compassion for them. Also, if you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe and share this video with those that they think you might need to hear this. And I will see you tomorrow. And also, if you need help, support into dive a little bit deeper into understanding, you might be confused about it or no, please reach out. I'm here to help and serve you. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. Live your life like it's truly yours. Bye-bye.